Hi, welcome to Texas Lone Wolf McHow, your source for Red Pill Truth. In today's video, this is going to be directed out of a two-part series that I'm working on right now, okay? Now, for the gentlemen, the men out there who went through some real bad things in life. Yeah, you went through bad things, for example. Maybe I don't know. Let's see. Maybe you just had a bad, um, you know, maybe you had a bad time in life. Uh, Perhaps you probably got mistreated. Maybe you're living in a dysfunctional family, probably. Maybe you wanted to fit into some social functions, but you could not fit in. Maybe you're considered a reject. Maybe you were pushed out. Let me tell you something, man. To the men out there, yes, I know this harmed your ego. This bruised your ego. All right. Now, with that being said, have you ever retreated to your own little world, to your own little spot where solitude became your best friend? If you answered yes to any of these questions, maybe it's time to forge a new path in life. And beware, brotherhood of men. Beware. Beware. Okay? Beware. Beware of this. I'll tell you what's going to happen. Okay? You're going to dive right into this, nosedive into taking on the persona of the lone wolf, a loner, a man who forged his own path in life. Oh, I'm sorry. Have you ever been rejected by family members? Have you been, put on a false pretense that they cared for you? Have you, if you answer yes to any of these questions there, then guess what? It's time to take that scissors and prune that toxic tree. Get rid of the stuff off of that tree. You, my friend, are that walking tree with roots into your own heart. In Sigma males, I'm going to tell you up front, they're solution driven. Listen. Okay, listen, men. Have you ever uh, looked at a problem right in front of you and decided to take steps or decided to get up and say, hey, I know I'm introverted. I know there's something different about me. I'm going to tackle this head on. Okay? So, to the men out there that have their egos bruised, then made feel to be worthless. Listen. Okay. You hear me? Do you hear me? Okay. I'm just clapping for you. See, I just clapped for you. Listen to me. We're going to show you how to be the best Sigma male. The title of this video is going to be How to Be the Best Sigma Male. And let me tell you, brother, this video may change your life. Sigma males are solution driven. And there is a woman who will help the Sigma male settle down. She has to be the right woman. And she has to be the one who possesses the characteristics of a Sigma male. The next video after this, I'm going to do one on her. I'm going to tell you what the she-wolf looks like. Okay? So, let's get into this, shall we? Alrighty, let's get into it, shall we? Being a Sigma male will earn you a badge that will be very rewarding. And over time, look at this. Now, to the brothers out there, I know. Life is unfair. There's some people out there pushing you away. They're pushing you out. They don't want you around them, only when convenient. Sometimes it's to take those pair of invisible shears and snip off the toxic people out of your tree. It's time to do that, okay? And say, I'm taking back my peace. I'm taking back what is mine. I'm taking back my peace. So, right here. And I'm going to give it credits to Anna. I don't know if she's a lone wolf, but she said 12 steps to become a Sigma male, the lone wolf. And there are 12 steps right here on ideapod.com. Sorry, I'm a little congested. As a Sigma male, you have the power to create your own world. How do you take this power and use it to your advantage? How do you become a Sigma male that everyone wants to be? And there are 12 steps to becoming a lone wolf. Now, I'm fixing to do one for a female. And remember, Sigma males have trouble finding love. They want to find somebody that's compatible. And the only person that is compatible with a Sigma male is a Sigma female. They both can look each other eye to eye and know exactly what each other wants. And, okay, even though you're alone, value other people in your life. Oh, yes, you do. You have the smallest circle of friends. Did you know that? You have a small circle of friends. You value other people in your life. Although you may feel like you prefer being alone, don't forget the people in your life. The people who matters the most to you. Those are the ones who will help you achieve your goals and make your world a safe, better place. And lastly, I'm going to go ahead and say this to you, alright? Now, I want to emphasize that being a Sigma male, I don't know what level in life you are. Now, whenever I became a lone wolf, I got pushed out of family gatherings. I got told that there was something wrong with me. I got told that I need to change. No. Let me tell you what, the lone wolves have the most difficult time to being accepted because of their introversion. If you're heavily introverted and don't like people, then you're more than likely a Sigma male, okay? And there's nothing wrong with this. There is nothing wrong with this at all. All right? There's nothing wrong with this. Now, I want to go and say that although you prefer like, okay, right here, although you prefer like being alone, don't forget people in your life, these people who matter the most to you. Okay, this right here, okay, they're the ones who help you achieve your goals and make your world a better place. Okay, start by valuing other people in your life. This will help you become more focused, organized, and motivated. The thing is, there are people around you. We got some alphas, betas, deltas, gammas, omegas, and finally sigmas on a social hierarchy, okay? Oh, I forgot to add zeta males. You know, I'm gonna append the YouTube link to do that in the description box when I'm done with this video, okay? Now, I'm going to do some series of videos today. One on Sigma male and the other one on Sigma female. So, to the women that are listening to this video, grab you a rope and hang on. I'm working for the men, you know, the males over here on this video, okay? Now, you need to be aware of what makes each person happy, what makes them want to leave their mark on your life. Now, as a lone wolf, you walk your own path. As a lone wolf, you're enigmatic. You're mysterious. No, you know, I'm going to go to say this, that you're enigmatic. You're mysterious. And start by spending time with those who matter to you, those who make your world a better place. They deserve the best of you. It's important to show them that being there for them. All right? Anyways, start to spend time with what matters to you and make your world a better place. They deserve the best of you. It's important to show them being there for them. Well, you can do that all you want, okay? Now, you see, we're all interdependent. Not quite. Listen, the Sigma male he's self-sufficient, self-reliant. He is his own person, okay? Of course, this is written by a woman, so. And it doesn't matter if you're the only one in your world. Eventually, you will need help. True enough, but yeah, Sigma males don't want help. They rather help themselves. And this is emphasizing that people need to be in your life. The social battery drains faster when you have people in your life, okay? And let's see, who is the author? I need to call her out. Anna Schachter. Thank you for writing this piece, but I'm going to have to come back and tell you that there's some little partial truth to this. This is being a soft version of a lone wolf. And I'm going to go ahead and skip that. I'm going to let other people, I'm going to skip this. That's being a soft wolf. No, we don't need to be a soft wolf, okay? And this is again written by another female. And this is written by a male. All right, the lone wolf. 14 characteristics of a Sigma male. Well, some choose to have tattoos. That's their thing. Okay. Anyways, just want to give you heads up, okay? And there was a time where men described it either being an alpha or the beta male. Then we had the delta, the gamma, the omega, and the sigma, and the zeta males, okay? That came up by Vox Day, so to speak. And so, do you want to march to the beat of your own drum? Then you have a strong desire to be a lone wolf. Lone wolf forged their own path. They forge their own path in life. They make their own rules. They rebel against the order of society. Sometimes this happens to you when you were growing up in certain circumstances. Maybe you got bullied in school. Maybe you got bullied at work. Maybe you got bullied at home. And people shape people in the way that they go in life. Sigma male is currently a hot topic in psychology, and people are sitting up and paying attention to what this new personality is doing to the world. Sorry, I didn't mean to cough, but yes. A lot of people mistake lone wolves as weaklings. Listen to me. Excuse me. Listen to me. You've been pushed around. You've probably been told you're a weak person. That person on the inside of you, they kept, okay, let's cut the chase. They took a stick and keep poking at the bear. And the bear is trying to keep himself calm and cool. The bear finally gets enraged and unleashes hell on earth that nobody wants to. Everybody's gonna cry victim, and it's gonna be too late. The damage has already been done. All right. The damage has already been done. But remember, the damage has been done. Now, look at this. 12 traits of a Sigma male. He loves being alone, but he values other people. A silent leader. He knows how to adapt to different situations. He treats everyone around him the same way. He doesn't need a social circle to be himself. He understands the importance of silence. He's morally gray or worse. He hates living life safely. He likes to take chances. His social skills could use some work. He's incredibly self-aware. He's a master of his own fate. He could be an alpha if he wants to, but he don't want to be an alpha. Again, a Sigma male prefers to be an introverted alpha. Okay? I'll give you a clue on the one particular person whom is a Sigma male. Two of them on the name, Elon Musk and Keanu Reeves. Many people, oh, I like him. He's a one version of a Sigma male. Sigma male is a man who chooses to live his life outside the normal social dominance hierarchy of society. Sigma males have similar traits to an alpha male, but prefer to walk to the beat of their own drum and don't often take orders from people or conform to society's labels or systems. That's a very important thing to take note right there. Look, okay, to the man I'm talking to, do you conform to the society's labels or systems? If you don't, then you're more likely a Sigma male. Do you march to the beat of your own drum? Then you're a Sigma male. Do you ride off into the sunset on your horses without much more than your name than a pack on their back? Then you're a Sigma male. Do you need things from society that way men do? Traveling nomads seek adventure and knowledge rather than material goods and possessions? Then you're a Sigma male. And give you a little heads up, they're coming out of their shells and becoming more mainstream. And the main competitor to the Sigma male is the alpha male. And the alpha male will be intimidated and will be hating on the Sigma male. You got to expect that. Oh yes. And when you take the full dose of the Sigma male lifestyle, other eyes are going to be set upon you. And they're going to be very intrigued just by looking at you. There's something about you that attracts them, that attracts their eyes. Okay? Women are going to be looking at you and trying to figure you out. But we have a problem here. Nobody can figure out a Sigma male or what he's thinking. Okay? Because they appear self-sufficient and capable of making their own way in life, not relying on anyone or anything to meet their needs. Sigma males are not far removed from society's hierarchy as they have you believe, though. Many of them don't realize they have an important role to play in the traditional hierarchy society around the world. We'd rather march to the beat of our own drums. Whether people just join us or not, we make our own selves happy. We take care of ourselves. Sigma males are often ones who step outside their comfort zone, create amazing things, start businesses that are quiet, confident partners, and hard workers. Yes, that is very important too. While some people think that Sigma males retreat from society because they're lazy and don't want to work, please don't believe that. The mainstream media is full of feces that belong in the septic system. The media is always in somebody else's pocket, being controlled by puppet strings. They're controlled by puppet strings by someone else behind the scenes that you can't see. Okay? They need time and space to craft their ideas, bring their dreams to life. Are you a person who likes to invent things in life? Then you're a Sigma male. Okay? Their role, whether they realize it or not, is to pave the way for many others, including alpha males who aren't creative or willing to buck the trend to allow society to progress. As far as the alphas are concerned, we let them do their own thing. We do their own thing as well. I don't know, this spirit article is a little phased out of reality here, so to speak. They fall neatly into part of society people idolize, yet fully don't understand. Well, true that. Now, I'm going to go into saying this. If you were mistreated growing up as a child, you were bullied, probably cheated on, had your ego crushed, had a temper problem, all of a sudden retreated into your own little world and started becoming new, friends with solitude. Then you became an isolationist. More likely, you already became a Sigma male, so to speak. Take note, Sigma males come in different skin colors, different backgrounds, different walk of life. Okay? And many people think that they can pull a wool over a Sigma male's eyes. I want to try it. He loves being alone but values other people. Excuse me. One of the first things anyone knows about a Sigma male is how much he values their own solitude. I had a family member tell me, "Oh, I worry about you being alone." Really? Really? Are you worried about? Listen, when a Sigma male is alone, he is getting his batteries recharged. He doesn't want people around him. Another thing I'm gonna read on this here. Despite having the ability to turn on their charisma and charm whenever necessary, Sigma males are never more comfortable than when they're on their own. They're introverts who love having time and space to think and decompress because other people act like energy vampires around them. And, I try to tell other people in the other hierarchy, Sigma males do not want people around them. They're like energy vampires. No matter how much people mean to them, they just energy vampires. If you cannot reason with this, then I don't know what else to tell you. All right. With that being said, Sigma males still understand the importance of having valuable people around them because they know they won't accomplish all of their goals on their own. they try to do everything on their own selves in their own time. And usually they succeed. This means it can be difficult to be in a relationship with a Sigma male, especially for women who are used to men obsess and dote over them. And to the women out there, if you see a Sigma male and he's walking alone doing his own thing and he's very enigmatic and mysterious, you cannot figure him out. Let's take heed to this message. If you're listening to this video, do not attempt to change the Sigma male, because he will ghost you and act like you never exist to protect himself. And yes, you could be trying to manipulate him, but I'm telling you, he will resist you and he'll see right through you. And listen, if you want a good man that is self-reliant, self-sufficient, and is solution-driven, the Sigma male, to win his heart over, he's going to have to get to know you. Okay? And how you talk to him and how you look at him, beware, he's taking notice. Okay? Number 2, he's a silent leader. What comes to mind when you picture a traditional leader? Someone in the front line with encouragement, or officials and subordinates around him at all times. Someone who's on the highest floor making executive decisions. An alpha male who speaks loud and always looks big and intimidated, doesn't look like someone you ever want to mess with. But Sigma males are just capable as an alpha male, all right? Did you know that? Sigma males are just as capable. They're introverted alphas. Okay? Except they have their own approach to it. Sigma men will take the back seat and listen, observe, and watch. Okay? They have the perfect mix of self-reliance, introspectiveness, intelligence to figure out any problem and turn to something inefficient into something efficient. Okay? And too many employers out there listening to this video wondering what is a lone wolf. You will want one on your team. There is not a problem too big or too small to be solved. You would always want a Sigma male on your team. You get the confidence and leadership of an alpha male, none of the downside, someone with a large and fragile ego that needs a constant validation. Did you know that? And they're goal oriented. And also, a Sigma male never will quit, regardless of obstacle or inconvenience. Instead, he will keep working at something until you find a way around it. And the type who aren't afraid of go what needs to be done if it's becoming of a leader, because their utmost priority is the goal, not their image. to the man, if you are more goal oriented, then you might be a Sigma male. Number 3, he knows how to adapt to different situations. Okay? Look at this. Alpha male can grab a social group or situation by the neck and make themselves the leader. But there are times when imposing your own leadership isn't always possible or recommended. In case you don't know what an alpha male is, let's take a good look at Marlon Brando. He's a ruthless alpha man who actually punched a paparazzi in the nose for invading his space. He ruffled quite a few feathers as an extroverted man. So yeah. Yeah. So alpha males aren't given the respect or authority they think they deserve. They have a tendency to become a lesser version of themselves. And this right here is where the lone wolf has an advantage. The Sigma male has an advantage. A Sigma male can be in charge if they need to be, but they don't require validation of being a leader in various social situations around power dynamics. They're happy to fit wherever role is needed for them at any given moment, meaning they are more fluid, flexible than alpha males. Listen, the Sigma males march to the beat on drum. The Sigma males prefer solitude over company. The Sigma males are solution driven when it comes to solving problems or situations. Okay? Did you know that? They're happy to fit wherever role is needed for them at any given moment, meaning they are more fluid and flexible than alpha male and more commonly successful in any situation. With no self-imposed expectation or pressure, Sigma male can either be a follower, leader, or any position in between, as long as they get to know that they are being used efficiently and productively. And yes, what I just read over here, there's a problem with this. I'm going to read right here. It's right over here. The problem with this, however, it can sometimes rub people the wrong way. Oh, yeah. Think about this. The unabashed confidence and freedom to play any part can become off as arrogance, intimidating to those around the Sigma male. Okay, number four. He treats everyone around him the same way. And note, if you piss off a Sigma male, he'll give you the silent treatment. He'll give you the cold shoulder. He may take you to the side and explain that he is a loner and a lone wolf, that nothing offends him. But if you keep on pushing his button, you're going to wake that inner beast up inside him. And many people mistaken Sigma males of being nice guys. Have you ever seen a Sigma male enraged? Heed my advice to the women out there that are watching this video. If you sit there just taking a stick and oh yeah, that's my brother. That's my brother. I'm gonna poke a stick on him. You're fixing to enrage the beast within him. Please back off. It might be cute and funny, but you're going to get hurt. Back off and let him unwind. He treats everyone around him the same way. Yes. Pretty much our daily life is built off social hierarchy, something that we first exposed to early at school. Most of us end up knowing who the popular kids are and how you act around them and how should I act around non-popular kids. Those habits, behaviors, social structure follow us all the way up to adulthood. Yes, I was pushed away at school. Oh, Sigma males can't stand these invisible, meaningless power dynamics built off nothing but an unearned social status. They totally reject the notion you need to treat one person one way and another person another, simply because there are some invisible rules dictating what kind of person he or she may be. Like most of us, a Sigma male is more happy to treat everyone around them the same way. Did you know that? This is one reason why they make amazing leaders. They don't limit the voices in the room to the people who say, yes, man, their way to the top. That right there is an acronym of kissing the backside of someone just to gain interest to the top. Some people use terms like brown nose or kissing the buttocks. Nah. Sigma males do not. They do not like to be around people like that. Now, this is the truth. They see value in intelligence where it may be. Other people don't intimidate them because they aren't competing with them. He doesn't need a social circle to be himself. Alright? Alpha male tends to need structure because their personality revolves around reflection of themselves off to other people. They like knowing that they have control over others and they're manipulating others for the good or for the bad. Manipulators, you say? Guess what? Their personality is often built off the validation of people around them. They have difficult imagining who they truly are without the social circle they're part of. Now, the lone wolves, aka Sigma males, are made differently. They aren't afraid of being part of a social circle. They don't drown themselves in social obligation and commitments the way alpha males do. They have security knowing that their personality exists fully outside the bonds of other people. Okay? They don't follow trends. You know how some people see here, they try to follow the trend. They try to follow the new style. They try to follow the trend. They try to follow the latest trend, latest this, latest that. And many companies make a profit off of this. All right. Now, they don't often know what's going on outside the world with celebrity gossip. They can't stand the idea of being popular, let alone a social media influencer. The reason why I'm making this video is to help people around the world to tap into who they are in life. Now, in this video, I'm helping the injured man rebuild himself into the powerful version of himself. Marching at the beat of his own drum, having self-confidence, self-esteem, and be able to see right through imposters out there. Okay? This is my primary goal. And to be honest with you, I just want to give the time to help you, the male who has been pushed aside, been probably manipulated, heartbroken, told you will never amount to anything. And you probably just recede in your own little world where you are happier. You're alone. Your solitude becomes your friend. If you understand who he is, you never need to relearn his personality again. He never lets anyone or anything around him change him. All right. Number 6, he understands the importance of silence. Sigma males are men of few words. You almost never find them going on and on and on, chatting, gossiping about little things going on in their lives. This because they firstly don't care about small, meaningless things that no longer matter in a day, because they understand the value of protecting their own energy. And there are few things more important to a Sigma male than their own energy. Like I said, they're goal-oriented. Just because they tend to be quieter type doesn't mean they let themselves get pushed around. Take note. The dangerous man in the room is one that's listening, observing, and watching. You will not know what he's thinking. So, while alpha males can be described dominant extroverts, sorry, I'm a little congested. Sigma males are best described as dominant introverts. Okay? Sigma males command the room simply by walking into it, their presence, their aura, whereas an alpha male might command the room with their voice or actions. Did you know that? When dealing with the Sigma males, it's crucial to give him the quiet time he needs. Just remember, the quiet time charges him up. Most people don't understand that silence between two people doesn't necessarily mean there is no vibe or connection. Listen, if the world says you need vibe and you need connection, no, you don't. Okay? Being the best person who gives the best Sigma mans the assignments they need without being awkward about it is an easy way to make yourself a pillar in their life. Are you getting this? All right? He's morally gray or worse. Sigma males aren't always the best people out there. As they would say, is always a matter of perspective. Now, Sigma males can be righteous protectors of what they believe is right or wrong, or they could be cynical and jaded. Either way, their capability makes them a force to be reckoned with in regards of the status quo. In other words, just want to give you a heads up. There are going to be attempts for other people to try to change Sigma males to conform to other person's ideology. So be wary of the church cults out there. They can tell you flowery words. They can tell you anything. All right? They're not always correct either. Now, most Sigma males end up falling somewhere around the gray area of morality. They're general introspective and smart enough to see there or contains parts of the system that doesn't make sense. Therefore, they don't demand true respect and that society tends to give them. They can see the flaws in social systems, don't always understand why we need to look up to them. So they more likely use their powers for disrupting the status quo. Well, that doesn't mean Sigma males are bad people. It does mean they need to understand the logic behind everything they do and support. If they don't, they'll be hard pressed to actually put effort into doing something that seems stupid to them. I probably mentioned that lone wolves are rebels by nature. So, let's just say that you went to work, and the work says you got to rule this. The manager himself will get frustrated and go on a tirade just because the lone wolf made his own rules and probably outperformed his duties without even trying. Okay? Number 8, he hates living life safely. You ever see men jumping on dirt bikes and having fun and jumping mountains and jumping hills? Sigma males are unafraid of risk. Alright. And that's not to say that he's constantly imposing authority or acting recklessly. Unlike full-on rebels, Sigmas don't have a problem breaking a few rules or taking some well-calculated risk if it serves their person. He'll put himself in a situation, to have fun. And take note of this. He doesn't do this to flaunt his authority or command respect from others unless it's part of his plan. But to drive his projects forward, risk has a purpose. Now, a sweet balance between pragmatism and idealism is exactly what makes a Sigma male incredibly different leaders and partners. They understand the best possible scenario produces situations they may not be as perfect or healthy, better suited, more probable for a given situation. You'll often find a Sigma male on top of the food chain, whichever situation they're in. They have a complex personality and hate being fitted into one box. As a result, you'll find a Sigma male in your life is rare. You'll find that the Sigma male in your life is rarely an archetype. They excel as athletes, entrepreneur, intellectual, creative, just because they're capable of broadening their horizon, adapt to excel in any environment. They come from any walk of life. They could be electricians. They could be carpenters. They could be plumbers. They could be jack of all trades. They could be automotive mechanics. They could be psychologists in the field of psychology, trying to understand the root cause of problems and offer logical solutions to the problems. Now, his social skills could use some work. That's a drawback being a Sigma male. Now we're going to dig into this. All right. Formality is a waste of time to a Sigma male. Look at this. He's not really concerned into fitting in society, winning some popularity contests. The Sigma male, often misunderstood for being a snob. That's a warning. If you are misunderstood for being a snob, look out. Now, pleasantries are simply not his strong suit, and it's either because he hasn't time to deal with it or simply isn't interested in honing them. Okay? Compared to alpha males that want to dominate every conversation, Sigma males are happy to sit in the background, contribute in their own way without hogging the spotlight. Get it? Small talk, which is foundation skills for a lot of people, is boring to a Sigma male. He doesn't feel need to talk himself up with people or please a stranger he'd never talk to again. You won't find a Sigma male standing in front of everybody cracking jokes or revving up everyone's mood. He'll often be at the corner speaking to someone he finds worthy of his time and intelligent, or to no one at all. The non-challenge of social formalities manifests in different ways. Simply like showing up for a proper dress code, replying to text promptly, or participating in meaningless niceties to other fox paws might be unknowingly committed by a Sigma male in your life because he is not just interested in empty socialization and unnecessary structure. Oh yeah. Okay, to the man that's listening to the video, am I describing you to a T when you've been pushed around, been rejected, been mistreated, and you just march at a beat of your own drum? You are your own rebel. You formulate a plan and you try to make it work, and you finally succeed. You move on to the next goal and work on it. Then when you succeed, you go on to the next one, and so on. Do you ever do that? Then you're a Sigma male. Number 10, he's incredibly self-aware. Introspection, one of the primary traits of a Sigma male. As opposed to the alpha male who projects himself outward for everyone to see, a Sigma male focuses on himself and how his actions impact his entire being. Yep. Sigma males know themselves extremely well. They know their weaknesses and strength. Okay? They know their strength and are actually work toward improving the weaknesses they think matter. As I told you earlier in a few lines back, they know their weakness, they know their strength. Instead of spending time surrounding yourself with people, you often find a Sigma male in this bubble analyze what you could have done better. Are you getting this? Now, we're going to take a good look at this. Even at the best social grades, they still manage to avoid drama because they know how to handle social situations, know how to come across as likable. Okay? As someone who lived their entire lives on their heads, doesn't really seek out validation, they surely appreciate when someone finally notices their special things about them. Are you getting this? Introspective they may be, Sigma males, still human like the rest of us, may get into trouble from time to time. That's me too. I get into trouble from time to time. However, they may patch up whatever lapse in judgment they had no time and return into failures or opportunities for self-development. Number 11, he's a master of his own fate. Sigma males are independent self-starters. You rarely find them in anything other than executive level or managerial positions. Deeply introspective individuals, they have sixth sense for inefficiency and they have a knack for breaking down process to actually actionable steps. It goes without saying that Sigma males are deeply ambitious. It may not be the loudest voice in the room, but his convictions and morals remain strong when no one is listening. Such Sigma male doesn't conform to structure. He tries to create a lifestyle that best suits his personality. His rebellious proclivity shine through here, were in his work, his creativity, or his relationship. He pushes all these things without adhering to rigid structures and established systems that are more complementary of his goals and skills. The majority of entrepreneurs are Sigma male personalities. This recurring dominant trait from Sigma males pushes them to assert their position, take a stand, build something for themselves instead of working for someone else. Sigma males are fiercely confident individuals who stop at nothing to get what they want and transform their reality into what they want it to be. Are you getting this? Smash that like button. Smash that subscribe button. Leave me some comments down below so I can know what content to produce for you, okay? It's very, very important. Number 12, it's hard to understand him. Yes. I had a family member say it. They can't understand me. And my response is, I was never meant to be understood. That was my response. I was never meant to be understood. Because if somebody understood you, then they can manipulate you into doing their dirty work for them and control you like a puppet. Drawbacks of being a Sigma male is you're socially vulnerable to people out there trying to manipulate you and stuff. It's hard to understand him. The Sigma male personality may be one of the hardest personality types to understand. Because he's neither beta or alpha. A beta or alpha. But unique in his own way. It's difficult to characterize his choices, behavior, because they don't really fit in the binary understanding of what it means to be dominant or submissive. Okay? Now, to the women out there that want to, that are really and if you're dating a Sigma male, one of the most difficult things about dating him is he's not very vocal. His knack for problem solving comes first, which may not be always what you need emotionally. Okay? Women, are you listening over here? If you want to date a lone wolf, you're going to have to be a Sigma female or a she wolf to really understand what he wants in life. Okay? Combine this with just interest in playing traditional society expectations. Sigma males can come across as robotic, unfeeling partners. And this could be not farther from the truth. Sigma males are among the best partners out there precisely because they are highly self-aware. Okay? Now, they may not always communicate, but they're always thinking or planning because they live in their own heads. But that doesn't mean he doesn't take you into consideration. No, that's true right there. And Sigma males are primarily solution driven. They want to keep moving forward with help of those he cares about become the best version of themselves too. So if you're out seeking emotional validation, I'm telling you, a Sigma male will not be your best partner. Sigma males are logical, they're solution driven, they're self reliant. If you try to change him, manipulate him, coerce him, guilt shame him, that's not going to work. And what he'll wind up doing is dropping you in like a hot potato and walking away from you. To the women out there that want to date a lone wolf, you got to give them space. You got to give him time to unwind. You got to let him go forth doing something he ain't never done before and rally behind him. Okay? If you're not rallying behind him, he's going to make it work no matter what. The Sigma male lives by this motto: wherever there's a will, there's a way. And there is a problem too big or too small to be solved. And there's always a solution to every problem. That is what the Sigma males live by. No one else lived by the motto: action speaks louder than the words, better than a Sigma male. Now, he could be an alpha if he wanted to. But by their very nature, alpha males want you to know they're alpha males. They live by the structure and fall into archetype, but it means to be a strong man with leadership qualities. Okay, the Sigma male could care less. He possesses the same relentless, ruthless, and cunning of an alpha male, but isn't really interested in projecting them to his peers. Sigma males believe in showcasing their talents, abilities through actions, awards, and acknowledgement are secondary to him. He doesn't need titles to be the center of attention or feel important. He just know that he is. This self-confidence, security allows Sigma male to work quietly in the background without the need of constantly declaring himself the leader. Are you seeing this? They're often happy wearing many hats in a team. No job ever feels too small for them. When it comes to projects, their egos come last. The most important thing, they get the job done. All right? So if you ever come across an unassuming, intelligent man who don't make mistaking himself that he's a beta, he just might be a dominant introvert in disguise, happily waiting for the right time to shine. That's a Sigma male. Number 14. You can't be told what to do when it comes to anything. Did you get that? With certain security and fixation on who you are comes with some stubbornness too. Because Sigma males are confident who they are as a person, they have a very clear picture of things they like and don't like. Very true. As a result, it may be time to hard to get a Sigma male to see things different side of things. Thus, they may frustrate a partner of a Sigma male who wishes to enrich his life. Instead of pushing them to do things your way, appeal to the pragmatic side, or talk about benefits of doing the things a certain way, a Sigma pill, you can be dead on who they are as people, but at the same time open up to adopting when proven wrong. Okay? Take them to a restaurant you never go to. When you try to pick a fight with a Sigma male, he will make sure you will lose the challenge. Did you know that? He will make sure you will lose. Present an argument without opinion he would never have considered. Introduce a new shirt he would not have picked for himself. These people are hard to buy for. Sigma males may be stuck in their own ways, be more happy to enrich their lives and their personality as long as you help them ease into it. To the women out there that want lone wolves as boyfriends or long-term partners, rally for them and work with them. When you work against him, he's going to cut you off. He's going to drop you like a hot potato. Did you know that? The secret to keeping the Sigma male happy. Now, Sigma males are the most simple form of men around. They may be complex, but they're not complicated as they seem. They may be incredibly smart, but dealing with them isn't rocket science. Their fundamental needs are independence, intelligence, and genuineness. But if you come parading yourself as someone you're not, or something that you're not, he'll see right through you. As long as you give them the space they need and feel to think, they need to think and feel and be themselves, you're already doing what you need to support the Sigma male in your life. The New World Hierarchy, okay? There are no shortage of opportunities for Sigma males to make a difference in the world, but they alone, they don't amount to much. They're starting to realize that hierarchies that exist might be broken. New ones can be created. They create them strong enough to yield a backlash that might arise from such change. So next time you find yourself in the presence of a Sigma male, don't ostracize him for his choices. Be curious about what his plans are to make the world a better place. Find out what kind of tribe he hopes to build and belong to if one he left didn't serve him. Sigma males will rise to the top of a new hierarchy. It will be their own making and design. Listen, they will create nothing out of thin air. And the rest of us have to get on board or miss out the opportunities such collaboration will create. Now, the Sigma male is a very dominant, introverted lone wolf. Now we're going to go by what the woman says about 15 surprise signs that you're dating a Sigma male and what it means for your relationship. Now, a Sigma male is known as a lone wolf, as a guy who's famous, successful, independent. But even with these impressive qualities, Sigma male don't always show himself to his partner. To the women out there that wants to listen to this, a Sigma male will not stand out to the public. He will walk alone. He's not a life of the party. That's an extrovert. You're probably thinking of an alpha, the life of the party, an alpha. The glue that holds the organization together. Now, he's known to be a loner. Being a lone wolf, you don't think a Sigma male would be life of the party, right? But that's a popular yet wrong misconception. That's an alpha. That's a life of the party. Okay. In fact, Sigma males like being alone for the quiet that helps them think better. I say the word lone wolf is a sure giveaway. So, from this woman's perspective, it doesn't mean that Sigma males won't thrive in social environment. They're very cordial, especially with people familiar to them. What does it mean for your relationship? A quiet dinner at him, some Netflix chill, sounds dreamy, right? Well, you can't expect it and bevy of staycations with your lone wolf partner. That said, you're a party girl, Sigma date loner needs not get in the way. That said, if you're a party girl, your Sigma date loner personality needs not to get in the way. You can make him socialize more simply by triggering his inner hero. That would be best to be left alone, okay? Now, I learned this from this hero instinct coined by the extrovert James Bauer, which this fascinating concept is about what really drives men in relationship, which is ingrained in their DNA. She's telling the women that is ingrained in a man's DNA. Something most women don't know anything about. Once triggered, these drivers make men into heroes of their own lives. Listen, you give the Sigma male space for time, for his own feelings, for his own personality, for his own personal growth, and anyways, this man will not wear a cape for you, okay? The Sigma male will drop you like a hot potato if you try to change him. Alright? Now, if the Sigma male wants you, he would have already picked you. Okay, so he doesn't have a top-notch social skill. That's true. Now, being a loner, Sigma males are sometimes rusty when it comes to socialize. When it comes to socializing, this isn't always obvious when they're socialized with close friends and families, but rather when they're thrust into bigger circles. They get quite awkward, which be painful to watch. Once they see their close friend, they transform into a nope. They won't be into a chatty cat. Nope. Nope. That's incorrect right there. Listen, Sigma males do not like party girls. I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and exit this, but I'm gonna put the Um, Now, how to be a Sigma male. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put that thing back in. I don't feel like reading that woman's emotional piece on dating a Sigma male. Okay? Now, how to be a Sigma male, 12 signs and 9 tests. I'm going to go ahead and blow this up for you, okay, just to see it. All of them are not necessarily challenging each other physically, but rather mentally. Men are challenging each other with something called the frame. So what is a frame? The men who identify as Sigma or Alpha male, or even men we call masculine. All the men have unique energy about them, a calm, assertive type of energy. Some men call it your center, whatever you want to call it. It's your ability to understand who is this written by? Who is the author who wrote this? Well, let's get into it. He will not chase you. I don't know who wrote this. But some men call it center, whatever you want to call it. The ability to understand the whole masculine frame will completely change your life. The masculine frame is a unique gift. It's the difference between whether not you wind up chasing girls or having girls chasing you. Sigma males will not chase girls. They just they're goal oriented, they're purpose oriented, and they care less what anybody thinks about it. Sigma male opposes the alpha male, not inside the hierarchy. The alpha male is on top of the hierarchy. Beta comes next, and omega is at the very bottom. But the Sigma male doesn't play along these lines. He's outside of it and outside the bubble of the hierarchy. Imagine like a wolf pack, but the wolf pack hunts in a group. He has a clear structure with a clear hierarchy. Sigma male doesn't belong to the pack. He's outside of it and hunts on his own. He's the lone wolf. Okay? The Sigma male is very adaptive and can adjust to the situation. If he needs to be social, he can be social. He's doing his own thing most of the time. So yes. He's not following the social norms or any rules. Sigma male is a rebellious man who thinks rules don't apply to him. I'm one of them. I'm a lone wolf and rules don't apply to me. I just make my own rules. I create my own system. And if I think that system works, I will use that system. That's if I'm working, okay? That's not a problem. For example, you can refer a social norm instead of following a regular career 9 to 5 working hours. He may pursue this career. He might be. Excuse me. He might be an entrepreneur. There are times I like to see men challenge other men. Men would stare at each other during these situations, most like two animals would do before they charge at one another. Number one thing that makes them incredibly desirable and rare. Well, you want to see an enraged Sigma male. Anger him and find out. That's a force that I wouldn't want to touch. 7 ways to become an alpha. A Sigma male. Masculine and feminine are two different types of energy. Many men can be feminine and many women can be masculine. It depends on their energy, which is considered a great primal attraction trigger Existence is polarity. Why, and it's easy to see why holding a masculine frame or projecting the masculine energy is important without getting too deep into it. These two energies that are feminine energy is reactive, with masculine energy is non-reactive. Do you see this? And most of the time, how to become a Sigma male, believe in yourself. You know who your cheerleader is that's rooting for you? You. Remember, it's you. People tell you how to live, where to work, who to be. Don't listen to them. You were put on earth to make a difference. You have skills no one else possesses. You have character that people relate and people need you. Believe in yourself. Others will doubt your capabilities. Prove them wrong. Okay? Prove them wrong. They'll ask questions like how, what, when, what for? Shouldn't you do this instead? Then you can fire back and say, hey, do you pay my bills? Do you pay my way? Do you do this? Do you do that? Do you buy my food? If they say no, say, well, then you got your answer. You'll come across as a snob if you did that. Now, don't listen to a Sigma male knows to believe in himself. Take the first step because the first step is always the hardest. Your goals seem so far away. Listen, you're going to have to crawl before you walk. You're going to fall down. You got to get up, dust yourself off. Keep trying to walk. Once you master that walking technique, you've got to perfect your walking perfection before you can run. Then sky's the limit. You see, believe in yourself. Always. And don't listen to them. Sigma male knows to believe in himself. Take the first step because first step is always the hardest. Always. Your goal seems far away. Taking the first step seems meaningless. It seems that impossible to achieve goals when you have to write a big paper for school. You procrastinate, and instead of sitting down and completing it. In reality, you feel so good. You feel like take the first step, sit down and start writing that paper, doing the research, write later. You'll feel much better because you're closer to achieving your goal and becoming a Sigma male. The longer you wait, the worse it gets. That's when your time becomes your enemy. So get started now. Stop pushing it back and feel better. All right. Here you go. Clean for 10 minutes each day. Do you have no energy, no motivation? Are you lost and overwhelmed with stress? Clean yourself up, clean your room. Ask yourself, what was the last thing you ate? All that healthy? Be honest, because clean body, clean environment leads to pure mind. You see? You're nothing without a mind. A Sigma male keeps himself clean. You can figure a way to become even better. Have you ever felt overwhelmed with thought of cleaning your apartment or your room? To avoid feeling overwhelmed, it's best to break down your tasks into smaller portions to make them feel more manageable and doable. So giving yourself 10 minutes is a reasonable amount of time to devote to cleaning. It inspires confidence that you can do it. Okay? It's enough time for you to get something small done. Try folding, hanging your clothes first. Then move on, return to your room, sweep and vacuum for 10 minutes. Suppose your apartment feels too big and clean all at once. Start with one room at a time. Like in the kitchen, doing dishes, living room, straighten up the couch. You can get something small done in 10 minutes. You'll be that much closer getting everything you done in a timely fashion. This is how to be a Sigma male. Number 3, be productive. Do you come home, lie on the couch, watch video, play video games? Why? Pass the time is fun at the moment. Be productive. It could be your time to clean yourself up, learn a new skill. Start that business you always wanted. Do something that pushed the needle forward. Take one step to success, because success is obtained one step at a time. A Sigma male is productive. Are you ready for it? Well, video games more important. I like to go play shoot 'em up video games. They're more important. Okay. You're going to be a couch potato. You ain't going to be efficient. You ain't going to be efficient on this. You're not going to be useful. Oh, picture this. Having a manager get on your backside every time you screw up. Okay? Are you a morning person? Are you lazy? Are you driven? Do you need coffee to get your day going? Are you not a morning person? For example, you can adjust your schedule to be more productive during the afternoon. Don't book an important meeting at 8 a.m. because it's probably not the best time. Start your new adventure. Travel the world. Meet new people. Make the money you deserve with skills you possess. This is a true life of a Sigma male, and this starts now. All right? Now, a Sigma male, he writes a journal daily. Write down 3 things you're grateful for, because a Sigma male does it. Yes, has something ever happened that was important? Do you want to remember it? But then you don't write it down, so you completely forgot about it. We all forget. You can't rely on your own memory to store every critical aspect and moment in your life. Time passes. You might forget about some interesting things that to be grateful for. Write down things you're grateful for will help you foster gratitude and allow you to think back on what happened in your life. Studies shows that fostering gratitude will help you sleep better at night, lower stress level, improve interpersonal relationships. Taking up the habit of writing down 3 things that you're grateful for in a gratitude journal will help create nothing but positive change in your life. Alrighty. Take care of your skin. Does your confidence take a hit whenever you're upset about your dry skin in the winter? Have bad breakout? Believe it or not, your skin looks can be directly related to how you feel and vice versa. Okay? According to dermatologist and clinical psychologist Richard Fried, inflamed skin, thinning hair, brittle nails can be physical manifestation of your mental state. These unwanted physical changes can hurt how you feel. This further worsens your skin, hair, nails, and create a vicious cycle. It could be one major reason why taking care of your skin is so essential, since it helps foster an emotional state with high confidence level. implement the 80-20 principle. This is where a lot of people mess up a lot. Okay, this was started back in the 1800s. It was first observed in the 1800s by Wilfredo Pareto. Okay, you know that 80% of the land in his home was owned by 20% of the population. This principle holds nearly 200 years later. It can be even applied to different topics such as business or athletes. Are you wondering how this principle can be applied to your life? It can be found that 80% of your success will come from 20% of your work. 80% of your effort will come from 20% of your work, your effort. It means 80% of your work will be unimportant or irrelevant to your success. Well, main point applying the 80-20 principle to your life is that you identify that 20% of the things you do results in success. It's very important. Now, very simple way of identifying a 20% and making a to-do list with most important task at top, least important at the bottom. Finally, cross out 80% of your tasks from the bottom. You're only left with the top 20%. Doing this will improve your productivity, efficiency by focusing all your efforts on the task that will yield success. And follow this rule and become a Sigma male and watch what happens in the background. Excuse me. Number 7, implement effective daily routines. Do you happen to wake up in the morning feeling tired, unmotivated? It could be a telling sign that your daily routine is not working correctly or effectively for you. Daily routines are broken down in your morning routine and your evening routine. An effective morning routine should stimulate your body and the mind, give you a boost of energy and inspiration. I've seen people drink energy shots, energy drinks. What happens? That gives you a boost in the morning. By the time evening comes, you're dragging your feet, walking out of the workplace. All right? Of course, everyone has a daily routine unique to them. So you need to find what works best for you. You could be reading the morning news, go out for an early jog, listen to podcasts. While you get ready for the day in the morning time, let's talk about effective evening routine. Okay? The primary purpose of your evening routine is to de-stress your body and mind after a long day of work, school, or gradually preparing you for bed. During the time, you should do things to enjoy and engage in quiet hobbies like reading, writing, watching a relaxing TV show. Excuse me. Now, 12 signs of a Sigma male, okay? We're going to get into it. Rebellion, reinterpretation are hallmarks of Sigma male's life. They could easily be freelancers, innovators, even entrepreneurs who choose this career against the mainstream. They go against the grain of the mainstream, though. They prefer to stay in the background, so Sigma males are not always easily to spot. Unlike alpha male, they are unlikely to show off. They're also easily to act if they don't exist, and the beta male would. They're satisfied to be themselves and do their own thing. All right, 12 signs that you're a Sigma male, okay? He's a true leader, The Sigma male possesses all the necessary qualities to gain alpha supremacy, but he prefers his freedom rather than being bound to a role of a leader. He prefers to work solo. Even if he does become a leader, he doesn't stay in that role for long. His main advantages are that he doesn't need to prove a point to create create unwanted drama. All right, mysterious number. Okay, number two. Number two, mysterious. Sigma male is a total mystery and rarely speaks. He displays a strong personality on occasion before disappearing into his world. This action provokes the interest of females, and women are desperate for such guys. This happened to me a while back when I worked for a fast food restaurant. I had a woman walking in toward my direction, curious about me, being a lone wolf. There was something about me that shined that caught her eyes, but I didn't pay no attention. Number three. He's a brilliant observer. He's an observer, a brilliant observer. His careful observation typically contributes to in-depth research, allowing him to make wiser judgment about circumstance and people. Yet, it doesn't mean he doesn't make mistakes. It means that when he does, he learns from it quicker than most men. Number four, dominant introvert. Really an introvert alpha. A Sigma male doesn't draw attention to himself by constantly talking. On the opposite, he enjoys withdrawing and observing everything in silence. Instead of engaging in pointless interaction, he uses his energy on introspection and reflection. It gives him the strategic advantage. He's an introverted alpha male who wields power through his intellect. It's very, very interesting, isn't it? Number five, highly adaptable. One of the most appealing qualities of Sigma male is his ability to adapt to every situation. He will jump out of various communities based on his preference, beliefs, and ideologies. He wouldn't devote himself to any particular social community for an extended period. He is a highly adaptable and agile. Number six, charismatic. His charisma comes through even though he does not attempt to demonstrate it. Sigma males can get along with people in a wide range of personalities. However, Sigma men can differ from other men in what they say and do. It's due to a variation of preference rather than a lack of social skills. When he wants to be Sigma, it can be incredibly charming. His inner charm, ambition enable him to achieve business objective and succeed in his daily life. Women highly admire that trait, and you will meet them throughout your life. Number seven, a freedom lover. Okay, Sigma man is incapable of adhering to standards that an alpha male cherishes. He does not attempt to do so. It isn't necessary because he despises the alpha male's leadership. So, alpha male and Sigma male, they despise each other. The only difference is the Sigma male can read a room just by walking in. Get that? He does not attempt to do so. It isn't necessarily because he despises the alpha's leadership, because the Sigma men admire their independence above everything else. Alright, we're going to cover these here. Solo player. Sigma male is the one to work with others. Instead, he establishes principles and follows a path. He creates his own game and sets his own sets of rules. It is how he distinguishes him from the rest of the pack. He's his own pack. He walks his own path. He walks his own road. He takes care of himself. Okay, however, it does not prevent him from cooperating with others when necessary. Sigma men can achieve incredible business and relationship once they meet like-minded people who share their vision. Number 9 is a rebel. The only flag that the Sigma men fly is a lone wolf. They don't fly the Dixie or Confederate or whatever flag that, or whatever flag of the country they're from, whatever. Sigma male is a rule breaker that defies norms. An alpha male wields power by creating rules. While the Sigma male wields power by defying them. This is because they hate the alpha male because they completely disregard the hierarchy laws. Number 10, independent and self-sufficient. The Sigma male is self-sufficient and independent. Even though he has plenty of friends, he doesn't want affirmation from anyone other than himself. Get it? He's not dependent on the energy of others to motivate him. Okay? Excuse me. The alpha male needs a herd to practice his strength, and on the Sigma male is at his peace on his own. And his self-assurance comes from within. Now the finally last two right here. Respectful. The Sigma male is a lover of his freedom, but also respects other people's freedom. He doesn't want to enforce any rules or limitation on others. Instead, he values his friend and partner's freedom. If someone doesn't believe the way he wants them to, he does not manipulate or persuade them. Instead, he just walks his own path. And many people wanted to follow my footsteps. And I told them, I said, you can follow me, but I don't know where I'm going. I don't know where I'm going to lead up or wound up. Okay? I don't know who I'm going to walk into. And lastly, the number 12, personal space lover. He sets his boundaries straight. He finds his emotional and psychological space to be sacred. Okay, are you getting this? When anyone attempts to cross his borders, he asserts himself and protects his territory. On the other hand, Sigma men are always happy to share their space with close friends, families, partners, whom they share a special connection. Are you getting this? Okay. These were the traits of Sigma males make so. These are the traits that make Sigma males so attractive. Well, what do you think about them? Are you the man? Leave a comment. Your favorite trait. You want to become a successful Sigma male by implementing these habits. It's also important to remember that habits are difficult to build and can take time to practice correctly. And once it becomes a habit and it'll become repetitive, you're going to become a better version of yourself. Okay? Now, Focus on implementing them one by one without rushing anything. You'll feel like your daily life is slowly turning in the right direction. Here's your test if you want to test if you're a Sigma male. And I'm going to okay. Now this quiz right here, you score between 12 and 29, you're pretty standard. If you score 11 or below, you're a Sigma male. So, I'm glad you got a chance to look at this video to better understand how to become a Sigma male. Okay? Now, you have a great day and peace.